Hello, hello, hello. I am so delighted to have you here because if you're here watching me, Sarah Jane LeBlanc, aka Pet Whisperer, then your interest about my fast track program must have been piqued. So maybe you're curious, maybe you've got questions, maybe you're asking, is this the right thing for me? So that's what this little video is all about, just giving you an overview of the program and just seeing the different types of students that this is a good match for. So the first thing to say is if you're a complete beginner and you've never connected with an animal before, this is not the right place to be. This is the program where we fast track you. My flagship program is a 1-year program to professional practitioner level. This is 6 months. So we're getting you to professional level in 6 short months. So the only way to do that is if you come on board already able to connect and communicate with animals. You don't need to be able to change big behavioral issues. I've got the processes and techniques and checklists for you to work on, so you can create those changes. If you've never body scanned before, it's not the end of the world. So don't be worrying about the level of your capability. What's important here is that you know that you can connect with an animal and you know that you can start a conversation. You can get a conversation started. Everything else I will teach you, but that confidence to be able to make that connection and to start that conversation needs to be around 7 out of 10 or above. So if you're definitely not there, you think, no, my confidence to be able to do that is about 3 or 4, this isn't the right program for you, but worry not, because I do have another program that absolutely will help you. So if you know that you've come into the wrong place, just hit reply on the video and I will be able to share with you some other programs. We've got a couple of other programs that would be better suited for you. So here on Fast Track, there's lots of different reasons that people come onto my program, even if it's the year-long program, and also onto Fast Track. Mainly it's because they either want to work as a professional animal communicator, or they're already working as a professional animal communicator, but feel that there's something missing in their training arsenal. Sometimes it's confidence. Sometimes it's not feeling very confident about a particular area of animal communication. And sometimes people come onto my program with no interest whatsoever in being a professional animal communicator, but they do want to learn at the highest level possible so they can go and work with friends, with family, or volunteer their time in rescue centres. I did have one person come on the programme that she said to me, I don't want to be a professional animal communicator. I have no interest in setting up a business, but I want to be at Olympic amateur level. She says, I want to be an Olympian at amateur level. And I just loved that. And that is this here, Fast Track, is the right place for you if you don't want to work professionally, but you want to be the best that you possibly can be. So these are all different reasons why people would come on the Fast Track program. And I've never had an intake for years now. I've not had an intake where I haven't had at least one person who has already trained at professional practitioner level somewhere else out there in the world. And the consistent feedback that I get around that is because they might have a certificate, they might have a diploma up on the wall, but they don't have the confidence that they really earned that or that they really did that. And they don't have the confidence in themselves that their teacher or the mentor might have had. So they start to question whether they really deserved to have that. So this is what I love about my program, because my background's in teaching, my background's in assessments and education. So I have a really robust assessment process that leaves you in no doubt whatsoever of your competence in this work. And this is what's at the heart of everything that I do. It's about building your competence, showing you your competence, evidencing your competence, so you can really start to build that muscle of confidence in yourself and your work. So that really is the steering of everything that we do here. It's at the heart of everything that I do here on this program. So if any of that resonates for you, whether you are a self-starter, you've only ever done this all by yourself, but you know you can connect. You know, maybe you were born talking to animals and it comes easily for you, but you want to fine tune it. You maybe want to hone your skill more. Maybe you want to understand why certain things happen and what you can do differently. So that's another piece of feedback that I get a lot from students that I've trained elsewhere, is that they often make a comment about the strong foundations that my program has. And that's what I want for you, to create a really strong foundation that you can spring from, and that you can just, you know, leap into whatever area of animal communication that you choose to work in. So if you are in any of those places right now, whether you're already working as a professional animal communicator, or maybe you've trained elsewhere and you know that you can communicate, but you haven't got the confidence to go out there, or maybe you've got lots of blocks that are stopping you from moving forward, and I promise you, there will not be a block that you can tell me about that I haven't heard about before, or haven't even overcome myself. So I've had my own stuff to overcome, and I've watched hundreds of students and supported hundreds of students overcoming their blocks. So maybe you're in that place where you're just feeling a bit stuck, maybe having a confidence crisis. These things happen and they're real, and they hold us back from being able to make our biggest impact. And that's all I want to do, is help you make your biggest impact so that you can really live the dream that you have for yourself as an animal communicator. That's all I want to do, is help you reach that dream, to turn that dream into your new reality. That's what I want for you. And that's what we do here with the students that come through our program. So if this all feels right for you, then there's no pressure at this stage, but please scroll down and pop your name in the waiting list section, your name and email. And then when the doors to my program open, because here's the thing, you cannot get on my fast track program without speaking to me first. I just won't do it. I won't do it. I need to know that I can help you reach the dreams that you have. I need to know what you feel is stopping you, so that I absolutely have 100% confidence in myself to help you overcome those blocks. There's never been a block that I haven't been able to work with, but I want to know what yours are, so that when you come on board with me, that you feel confident. You feel confident in me as your mentor to be able to take you to where your dreams are, to help you overcome the blocks that you have currently facing or have faced in the past, that come up from time to time, because sometimes blocks do that. They just circle around the block and then they come back up again. So it's really important that we have that call to make sure that we are a really good fit. And it's important for me to have that conversation with you, and for you to have an opportunity to get to know me a little bit too, because if you haven't followed me for a while, or you've not been into any of my events or any of my trainings, then you're going to want to know, you know, who am I and how can I help you? And do you even like the way that I speak, use my hands, talk, teach? And if all of that stuff annoys the hell out of you, then I'm not going to be the right trainer for you. So it's really important that we have that call, and that you feel 100% confident in what you are stepping into with me at the forefront of taking you through the next 6 months. So if you want to be first to grab one of the limited spaces in my diary, because the spaces in my diary are limited, then you do need to put your name and address down further on this form. I won't be posting this out anywhere else. I will only be letting people on the waiting list know when my diary opens. I don't plan to post it anywhere else. So if you ain't on the waiting list, you're not going to know when the diary opens. And if you don't get a spot in my diary, you don't get a spot in the program. And there are only 4. I only have 4 spots on the fast track. 4 spots. It's not a lot. It's not a lot. So if you really want to be seriously considering doing this program, get your name on the wait list. There's no pressure at this point. There's no pressure at this point. I'll be reaching out, giving you little bits of information about the program, answering a lot of questions, and then when the doors open, if it still feels right, then book a spot in my diary, and we'll take it from there. There's no pressure even when you book a spot in the diary, but I'm assuming that if you're taking up a spot in the diary, it's because you are serious about doing this work. So get your name on the list, show me that you're serious. And all that's left for me to say is I look forward to seeing you on the other side when the doors to the diary open, and so that I can hear what your dreams are and how I can help support you and guide you to them. So until then, take care.